to what extent is the hype and the excitement that you have today around Hugging Face, to what extent is that like hype cycles driven by investors and hype cycles versus true underlying development in AI, given you've had this 15 years of experience in the space?
Yeah, it's an interesting question, right? That's completely true that perception and hype can be, delayed or like very different than reality. My kind of like understanding of the current situation is that the VC and the mainstream interest is kind of like a catch up on the reality. Because if you look at usage of AI, it's been massive and it's been growing massively for the past, 3 years, right? Even before ChatGPT, even before the new Bing, AI was used in Google for like billions of users every day. AI was used on Facebook to rank your posts. AI was used on Zoom to remove your backgrounds. In my opinion, the current interest about AI from VCs and the public is just a catch up on usage and on how it's kind of like become this new paradigm to build kind of like all products, all technology, all workflows. So I don't really define it as hype, more kind of like a catch up from usage with like the perception of VC in the mainstream.
Have there been catalytic breakthrough moments in the last 12 months which have taken it to the next level? Or is it just, as you said, a continuation and a catch-up from existing usage within incumbents? Like, I think OpenAI and ChatGPT to the world brought this awareness. Was that a step function change, or was that actually just the continuation of the catch-up that you mentioned?
So I think first it's really important, and I obviously have an agenda there, but to remember that most of the progress that we're seeing and that we've seen in AI is based on open science and open source. It's because AI has been so open, scientists have been so open in sharing their research, and that everyone is building on top of each other with this really interesting loop, positive loop of feedback, improvement, experiments, that we could move so fast with AI, right? Without open science, without open source, without Google sharing their attention is all you need paper, sharing their BERT paper, the latent diffusion paper, maybe we would be 30, 40, 50 years away from where we are today. And then what happened, I think, in the past few months is you started to have some mainstream breakthroughs, right? Like you mentioned, ChatGPT, and also kind of like on the underlying technology stack. I think you've had better hardware, right? And kind of like more availability of GPUs, and better optimization of models, right? With things like quantization, distillation, and all these techniques to basically be able to run bigger models at scale for hundreds of millions or billions of users sometimes. These were kind of like probably like the last missing piece for AI to go mainstream as what we're seeing right now.